Okay. Well, thank you again for joining us for a Course in Miracles workbook for students. We are today on lesson 17, which adds on to yesterday's, but it says, I see no neutral things. This is interesting. Number one, this idea is another step in the direction of identifying cause and effect as it really operates in the world. You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts. It is always the thought that comes first, despite the temptation to believe that is the other way around. This is not the way the world thinks, but you must learn that it is the way you think. If it were not so, perception would have no cause and would itself be the cause of reality. In view of its highly variable nature, this is hardly likely. Another
Oh,
meaty first
that's a big one.
first idea. Go ahead.
Number 2. In applying today's idea, say to yourself with open eyes, I see no neutral things because I have no neutral thoughts. Then look about you, resting your glance on each thing you note long enough to say, I do not see a neutral because my thoughts about are not neutral. For example, you might say, I do not see a neutral wall because my thoughts about walls are not neutral. I do not see a neutral body because my thoughts about bodies are not neutral.
As usual, it is essential to make no distinctions between what you believe to be animate or inanimate, pleasant or unpleasant. Regardless of what you may believe, you do not see anything that is really alive or really joyous. That is because you are unaware as yet of any thought that is really true and therefore really happy.
Hmm.
Wow.
Number 4, 3 or 4 specific practice periods are recommended, and no less than three are required for maximum benefit, even if you experience resistance. However, if you do, the length of the practice period may be reduced to less than the minute or so that is otherwise recommended. Okay,
Wow.
so yesterday I have no neutral thoughts, and today I see no neutral things. But it doesn't say are they good or bad or happy or sad or meaningful or non-meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts. It is always the thought that comes first, despite the temptation to believe it is the other way around.
Right. So cause and effect have been inverted. Like in our way of thinking, we think the outside world, the things come first,
Mm-hmm.
and then our thoughts follow. But it's actually the other way around. Our
Yeah,
thoughts come first, and then that affects what we see.
yeah. And I'm not sure if it's because we've been taught this, like within the programming matrix,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's something because that would make sense, right? If we were programmed somehow in that way, then we would be inverted. Because I'm guessing that's what it is.
Yes, because that's what we're here to do is to correct. This is the course of correction,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
course correcting, turning it around.
So I'm looking in my office here and I'm thinking to myself, there's a wall and it needs to be painted. So maybe my thought truly should be, I need to paint. Oh, look, there's a wall.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's
Think
your
about that for a
creativity,
minute.
the
Mm-hmm.
creativity of creating,
Mm-hmm.
painting, just for fun.
Because, my thoughts about that wall are not neutral. I want to paint it.
Yeah,
It's lacking
right.
in my view. But maybe my thought is really about paint and I'm really just needing to be creative and then I'll attack that wall and I'll make it something more beautiful.
Or you'll make it something because it's meaningless.
Right.
Right, because we see a meaningless world, we want to make it meaningful.
Right.
But the
And
meaning
we're comparing and
comes,
judging, so we want it to be painted because we don't want, God forbid, to not be up to the Joneses.
Right. I bet you they don't have an ugly beige wall. Uh,
So your thought is that you have an ugly beige wall, and the result is that you want
well,
to paint.
that's the judgment, right? The
yeah.
thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's
We have been programmed to create judgment first, which is why we want to paint the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
Because if we had neutral thoughts, we wouldn't care about the wall.
No.
there would be no wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we wouldn't have made it
We actually
materialize.
want there to be a wall. We want like the mind.
Needs to compartmentalize our lives.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then neutral is kind of key here because yesterday we have no neutral thoughts. A neutral thought is impossible. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, but equally unreal. So, wow. So the walls don't exist. None of this all really exists. And we want to create. We just want to create. And because you have a wall that you feel needs something,
Mm-hmm.
which is not a neutral thought.
Then I make a change.
Yeah.
So in number 3 here, regardless of what you may believe, you do not see anything that is really alive or really joyous.
Yes, it's not coming from the thing. The joy and the aliveness is not coming from anything.
Right. Certainly not coming from the wall.
Right. Or even
Mhm.
people.
Right.
Or even a sunset that look or little happy children. Like all of that is coming from thoughts.
Right. Okay. Yes, I get it. I see that now. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we infuse that gets infused into the images and objects. And then we give them all of the credit. But the credit goes to
Our perception.
our true essence, like our God,
Yeah.
not to the thing.
Well, and after that sentence, it says, that is because you are unaware as yet of any thought that is really true and therefore really happy. And I think that hits on what you say, Nina, because the only thing that's really true is God and love and peace. That is because you are unaware as yet of any thought that is really true and therefore really happy. So are we distracted by all the walls that need painting and the sunsets that are
Yes.
setting and the
Yes, we're
whatever?
making that to be our joy. The sunrise and the sunset is our joy.
Mm-hmm.
And if they go away, now we're going to be unhappy.
That's
Like,
true.
so our true nature is happiness. And to be happy for no reason, that's the goal.
Well, we just are happy.
Yeah, we are the happiness, but we've lost it because we trying to find it in the things.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anything external that will make us happy, whether it be a person, place, or thing. So I think I shared that in my post yesterday. We just are happy.
Yes,
We just are. We
yes.
just are.
That's what we are.
Yeah, that's our baseline. That's just
It's
it, it
not
just
it's
is.
not the emotion happiness. It's not the emotion happy. It's the essence
Yeah.
happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And our essence can appear as in infinite ways. Like
Yeah.
it can, but they're forever changing, and we are the changeless.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
This idea is another step in the direction of identifying cause and effect as it really operates in the world. Oh, I like what you said there. Yeah, because we're always, that made me feel happy. This made, the
Made me
external
sad.
when
This makes me
really,
angry. The Trudeau makes me angry. I mean, we can blame everything out there for the way we feel,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and we give it power, and we're giving that power over to the effects rather than that we just have to remember the cause
yeah,
and where it really lies.
the
We
cause
are
Cause
is
isn't
the
our own
out
truth.
there.
happiness.
Yeah. Sorry, Kelly?
We are our own happiness.
Well, we are happiness, period.
Yes.
Happiness, love, joy, peace,
Mhm.
abundance. That's our birthright. That is
Mhm.
who we are. That is what we are.
And so we bring that into our experience in everything we think, everything we see, and not let it have be the cause,
Say that again, not have
and
it.
not have the things be the cause.
Yeah,
We are the cause. We bring the cause.
yeah, yeah. We bring the cause and then we have an effect based on that.
Yes,
So
it's an
when
instant.
we remember the joy, the peace, the love, then the effect will be abundance and happiness and joy. And I don't know if it's because I don't live in some poor, like we have it pretty good here. And we
Mm-hmm.
still grumble about gas prices and food prices and things, but it really feels like none of that impacts me.
It is
Right.
impacting. It seems to impact what we hear from other people, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like other
Yeah,
people seem to be affected. But I think that which is unreal needs to collapse. It because we've made it real.
yeah,
So the crumbling and the collapsing is part of the nature of the turnaround of cause and effect. It's having an effect. Everything
right?
seems to be chaotic, but it's part
Yeah,
of the transformation of
Mm.
turning cause and effect around. It's like
yeah,
turning the ship around. It's
yeah,
going to cause everything on the ship to become disruptive.
yeah.
But it's neat. But
Especially if you're
that's the
turning
way it
hard.
is. Yeah.
Like if that's the visualization, you're going this way, and then it's like this. It's everything's going to slide to one side and fall
Mm-hmm.
off shelves, and people are going to fall down and fall downstairs, and the infrastructure is going to crumble a little bit and have some
And
integrity
all that
issues.
which is hidden within us is going to come up, and it's going to come up as anger, hate, blame, frustration, anger, sadness, everything. It's just going to all come up.
Yeah,
And it's good, but it
yeah.
doesn't feel good.
Well,
Hmm.
the feelings, they're just feelings.
Yes, they're just feelings and they're things, right? I see no
It's just
neutral
another
thing.
thing. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a thing.
Because I remember even in the last 2 years, learning to feel my feelings, just thinking I would not make it through the hardest one, whatever
Mm-hmm.
that was. Because I cried the hardest I've ever cried for a good 20 minutes. And I lived. Look at me. I'm still living.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just a feeling. It's
testimony.
just but it has to come out.
Yeah.
That's like the release, right? That's the
And we
feeling of it
don't
that
put
makes,
meaning to it. We don't make it good or bad. We just
yeah,
let it be.
exactly. I talk a lot about that. Just let it be, let it flow through.
Yep.
We want to, because we don't analyze I've said this to Kelly, we don't analyze happy feelings. We just let them be. So why
Mhm.
do we make such a big deal about the sad and the unhappy and whatever thoughts we have? We just let them flow through. They're just
Mm-hmm.
part of the day.
Yeah. There's nothing to fear. Yeah,
There's nothing to fear.
did we
They
do
don't
that one
mean
already?
anything. Sorry, go ahead.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was
No.
just clearing my throat.
Oh, and
Still
Nina, you were
5:30.
going to say?
Mhm.
Are you having neutral thoughts?
This moment, I have no thoughts, even though the body's talking. The
Oh,
voice is
fun.
speaking.
Hmm. This is not the way the world thinks, but you must learn that it is the way you think. So yes, we're in the process of teaching ourselves the truth. So we have to really dive in, and I mean, we don't have to do anything because the truth is there,
Yeah,
but we
it's
need
just
to
notice,
recognize what we're making not the truth so we can look at it and feel it.
and also putting meaning on what we think is real,
Yeah.
because it's not. It doesn't have true meaning. The true meaning comes from the meaningfulness of God, whatever you think God is, which is, for me, it's just our true essence,
Hmm.
which is not a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the first 10 chapters are about meaning. My thoughts do not mean anything. I have given everything I see all the meaning it has for me. Yeah. So we've been introduced to the fact that we give everything meaning when really everything is quite meaningless and neutral. We're actually giving it some. Kelly's wall is going to
Mm.
get preferential treatment. We've decided to give that all the attention,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
we'll
funny.
see. Hmm.
What color is it going to be, Kelly?
No idea. I'll have to come to that later when I have more neutral thoughts. Let's see what comes to me.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, the mind wants to always change. It likes change, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just noticing the thoughts behind it.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
that something is real and it needs to be changed into something better.
Right. I remember listening to a podcast a number of years ago, and somebody had asked the host, "Well, is the moon real?" And she said, "Well, it is now." And I thought, I do not know what that means. That just felt like such a bizarre an answer for her. I would have thought, what do you mean it is now? She goes, because everybody has thought about it and it has become real. I'm like,
Our consciousness created it.
yeah. I still don't quite know what to do with that, but this book is helping me.
Well, and remember, I think I said yesterday, why can't, when I go home, I have the view that I have here?
Hmm.
Why do I have to have this? I think it's our collective consciousness of people in this area. And also, when I moved here, this is what I expected to see.
Mm,
So then our collective consciousness has created this, and that's made it
that's what you're picking up.
fixed, fixed in a way,
Hmm.
Again, the universe doesn't live outside of us.
right? Okay, well, I still don't see
Oh,
blue, the
yeah,
ocean and whales.
palm trees.
Yeah,
Well, we
everything
were
is,
given eyes, so I guess we need to manifest something to rest our eyes upon.
and then do the correction.
Mm.
Yeah, flip it.
Hmm.
Is it me that's frozen?
Nope.
Is Nina frozen? Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm right here.
you were frozen for a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's okay. I don't think you said anything else.
No, I didn't.
No. Okay. Well, we have a few, 3 or 4 practice periods are recommended. Maybe we can share how we get through those tomorrow. We can share how our practice periods go.
Okay.
Okay, sounds great.
Awesome. I think we'll end the recording here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.